it's so different. You always expect somebody to like say something back to you, right?
I know. It's like, wait. Oh, wait. That's not going to happen.
It's Tuesday again.
It is already Tuesday. It is November. I don't know how that happened.
November.
It's just like all of a sudden,
right.
It's close to the end of the year, and it's like, holy crap!
I know.
What are we gonna do?
It's gonna be here in a hot minute.
So, do you have plans for what you're going to do for everybody for Christmas? Or are you not the I make everybody's a present thing?
You know, we don't really exchange gifts too much in my family. There aren't any little kids. It's just us adults, and we don't do much fabric exchanging. So
fabric exchanging.
That's what it feels like. We don't do much gift exchanging. You know, it's good and it's bad.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of sad because I don't really have people that I'm making a bunch of stuff for, and we're not exchanging and opening presents. But at the same time, it's
less stressful.
It's way less stressful.
Way less stressful.
Yes. I mean,
not that I dislike doing gifts and things, because
right.
I do. It's I love making things for people. I like giving actually more than I like receiving. I just love to watch somebody open something that I made for them, or if I found the perfect gift somewhere and I actually bought something, because that does happen too. But for me, that's like all the, I don't know what, there's some probably accurate saying at that point, but where it's all at.
It is
where it's all at.
Yeah.
So we are going to attempt to show you guys how, notice I said attempt.
Yeah.
So we thought we had all of our technical issues figured out, but we encountered a new one today. So
and the day kind of got away from us. I don't know.
It did. All of a sudden, this clock that's in here didn't get changed. So I was freaking out an hour ago. I'm like, oh my God, we have to. And then I was like, oh, we've got an hour. And then all of a sudden we didn't have an hour.
No,
and holy crow, here we are. Yeah, we got a nice little line of people, and all of a sudden it was 3:30. So we turned on my phone and it echoed.
We're too close.
We were too close.
Yeah.
So get away.
Right.
And so the guys are moving the machine that I was going to show you how to do the add in and kind of working your way around in an embroidery pattern. So if you don't like the whatever decorative thing on the front, how to make that work all at the machine.
Right. We talked a little bit about that.
We talked about it last week
about how we kind of make like a zippered pouch or the notebook cover.
Or the notebook covers. And I don't want to make that one. I want it to have this on it. And so how do you do that? So
did it again.
Yeah, we both did. We both got our store phones. Hello to whoever's calling. We'll put those in a drawer now. That's like a weekly thing.
It is. It would be.
You would think we'd get there, but
yeah,
it just doesn't seem to work.
No.
So fun stuff at the store. You guys probably did receive a few emails from us. So we sent out the wish list email. So in that, there are two different download links. One has a PDF file and the other has a Word document file. So whichever you have the ability to use, you can download that. Fill that out. You're welcome to bring it into the store, email it back to us filled out, or of course you can give that to hubby or kids or whoever buy for you at Christmas. Sucks to be you, man.
Right.
Right.
I also don't get presents.
It goes both ways on that, doesn't it? So if you would like to fill that out, we will certainly try to help you get what you actually want instead of, oh, well, this looks cool and it's some ridiculous something. You've probably all had one of those gifts given to us at some point. And you smile and you say how wonderful it is.
With
and thank you
love.
So very much.
Yes.
This will look great on my shelf in my closet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you should have gotten that one. I also sent out the email for Embroidery Club. So you also got the whole newsletter that said what the different things we currently have scheduled. So
you don't know this, but at the bottom, our little
that.
ticker, it just says upcoming classes.
Look at that. Foot fetish. And it doesn't block the whole screen, which is really nice. I know that somebody didn't like that. So,
but I only get 200 letters, so it doesn't have more specifics than that.
Well, you work with what you can. So there you go. So you would have seen this in both the email that I sent out specifically for Club and in the newsletter. And that is a really cool design pattern. It is made by Smith Street Designs. Evidently, that's hard to say for me today. So there's some really neat things in there. So we're going to take a little hiatus from our wonderful Kimberbell patterns and do something a little bit different. So I know a lot of us have made zipper bags before, but I know a lot of you are also still afraid to put a zipper in the embroidery hoop. It's like, how is that possibly going to work? Well, it's actually very, very easy, and we'll do that. So that's actually the first thing that we do with this. The really cool thing is it is like lace, which you guys already probably know I really like lace.
Big fan.
So big fan. So this is actually, you can see my thumb moving through that mesh there. It is like a lace front. So it's the mesh that would hold all of your lace together. And then there's a layer of embellishment, which are all of the cute little threads and yarns and things that are in there. And then there's another layer on top. So really different. It's not something that you see everywhere, but it's really, really neat. So we are going to do that. I have the kits almost ready. So we're waiting on that lovely shipping ferry to actually deliver some of the things that we need. So I put in that email, please come next week, anytime Tuesday. I think we'll have everything here and packaged ready for you by then. So unfortunately, I'm not quite ready for you guys to come pick up the kits.
Right.
So we've got a couple missing pieces.
Right. And a little fun tip, some people really like to shop local. So I thought you might find it interesting that Smith Street Designs is a local gal here. She's in Dearborn.
Oh, very
so,
nice.
She's a Michigan gal, so you'll be supporting somebody in your own
Small business.
neck of woods.
Very
yeah.
nice.
So it's kind of nice to do something.
It is, you know, we certainly like to spread the wealth wherever we can. So it's really nice that we have such a cool thing available and can support somebody local. So that's really nice.
Yep.
So embroidery club. So what foot are you going to talk about in your foot fetish?
In Foot Fetish Club this month, we are going to talk about 3 feet again. Apparently I'm on 3s. The 3-hole cording foot, the 5-hole cording foot, and the 7-hole cording foot. They are, the 3-hole cording foot looks different, but the 5 and the 7-hole cording feet, they look exactly the same. They just have more holes. So the holes are smaller. Why is everything smaller or larger with us? Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about. That seems very normal to me.
So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And if you attended class last month, which was just a week or so ago, it feels like a long time ago already.
Just a couple of days ago.
A couple of days ago. We'll do the same thing. I think the video worked out well. So I'll post the video up a couple of days before that onto our YouTube channel. If you haven't already joined us on YouTube, we are over there and we have some videos up.
Yeah,
and we'll
there's getting to be a little collection. Yes,
Yeah.
there is. So, and we think we're going to do some basic tips. So we'll start kind of at the low end and work our way up. You know, just basically, if you have this machine, this is how you thread it. This is how you do the bobbin. Just little things. And we're going to post those to the YouTube channel as well. So, you know, when you're sewing at 10 o'clock at night or midnight or middle of the night, whatever, there is still an access. Even though we're not available to call, there's still some information that you would have. So we're going to slowly work our way through the line and add some videos. We will certainly get up to that top of the line machine. There's lots of stuff that we can do to bring that information to you guys. So lots and lots of options that are out there.
And if you're looking for a little snippet of something that you think would be helpful to have, we are, of course, always open to suggestions. It may not be the first video, but it could end up being
but
on
it
the
will
list.
go in the list, most likely.
So, you know, we obviously, it's election day. So you feel like, I hate to say it, but I feel like we're COVID is going to be going for a little while longer. So we're probably going to have to continue virtual classes and things.
It'll linger for a little bit.
It's going to linger for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
You know, we want everybody to be healthy and happy and safe. And so, you know, we will do our very best. But we're working out these technical
we think we get it, and then it's like, bam, nope,
we're
not
like, yeah,
today.
we're feeling so good. We're going to try something else.
It's really funny because last week afterwards, we were like, it would be really cool if we could be like the superhero thing. We'd have the pop-up windows that went, bam.
Would it be like fail
today? And today it would be like, no.
It gotcha.
Nope, thought you had it. Fooled you. So we haven't actually gotten a whole lot new in. We certainly ordered a nice bit of fabric not too long ago. When we've gotten a few things that were already in stock for those items, we started to get those trickling in. But those were pretty much all restocking, if you will. So not really a lot of new on those. But we did get some really cute fabric, which is going to be next week's sneak peek. So that's there. We do have some nice things that are going to be great for Thanksgiving, whether you're doing placemats, table runners, pillowcases for company that comes over. You know, mine just sleeps on the couch whenever somebody comes over. We don't really have company at our house.
Right.
All the bedrooms are taken.
Yeah.
So,
well, and also like if you do like to give gifts, you know, giving a like a holiday themed pillowcases are kind of a nice little
it is
gift.
a very nice little thing. Yes.
They feel really nice and they last a long time. So that's a nice little thing to give. I can see. I would love to have a refresher on removing a part using the design center. We did it with the large panel and I thought I wrote it down, but apparently not.
I have that video somewhere.
Oh, probably.
Somewhere I videoed you doing that. It's probably in La La Land with my opening of boxes video. Maybe it's in there. So I'm holding on to these scissors. I'm very excited that they're back in stock finally. These have literally been on order since like COVID started. I mean, not exaggerating. So these are my favorite. They are a double curve and they're fantastic for doing in the hoop. I like them for applique. I know a lot of people really like the duckbill. I always seem to have the duckbill on the wrong. It's just in my way. So these don't have that. And
these are great. They really are.
I just love these.
Yeah.
I think I own 4 pair plus the little ones and I have to have them everywhere because I just love them.
I think the duckbill, when I have like more than one applique
layered.
Yeah, this works when like I'm just trimming around and I just have my base fabric. But sometimes you have like glitter and then you put vinyl. You have
layering stuff that the duckbill does push, which is the idea of that. So on your duckbill, it's supposed to push down the layer so that you don't cut it
through it,
and so that everything. So it does help to give you a nice clean cut. Because I'm just evidently needing to be right-handed or left-handed when I'm actually being left-handed or right-handed. It's always going the wrong way for me.
If you cut through it, it's a cut work and not an applique.
Yeah, which I like that too. It's just that should definitely be a design choice, not a design must.
Yes,
so
you want to make sure that was
planned. Yes, absolutely. So these are finally back in stock. I believe they're $18 for this pair. They have new packaging, so they're the same double curve scissors as we've been having, but they come in this cute little box. I thought Gene was really funny. He picked it up. He's like, "Look at that!" And I'm like, "Yeah,
that was the last.
That was the last delivery too." But he was very excited, so we can pretend and be excited about that too. So Sharon, I do believe they are $18, and these are the large. There is a mini as well. The mini is 14. I think they're 14 for the mini ones. So hopefully that answered that question for you. And what did you, I did not actually, what did I do this weekend?
I don't know.
I don't remember. It's just,
she had
evidently I had a really good time, but I don't remember doing
Was there drinking involved?
No, there wasn't. So, but Miss Sarah over here did make this beautiful, see if I can get my hand to go the right direction.
Right. I know.
This whole reverse thing is just for the purposes.
So
glad to know that I'm married. That's on the right hand.
Our refrigerator, and I'm so excited. It took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to take to get it because they couldn't find it, which is fine. They did find it. I brought it home. There was a blizzard while it was going on. It was totally hysterical.
Of course it
did. You take all the doors off. Everything was just kind of crazy, right? But I got it home. I plugged it in. It works. It's super exciting. So now I started decorating for the coffee bar wall.
Because everybody should have a coffee bar at their house, right?
And so I did.
So the coffee cups, which we've got here.
And
the fabric. I even love the backing fabric, which is super cute as well. It makes me want to read all of this, but then I'd have to put my reading glasses
it's like
on.
Says like banana bread.
It's got recipes
and sugar cookies.
Yeah, Italian bread. That sounds fantastic.
Right? It would have made more sense.
We have to talk about food at some point during this process.
And then I had little pieces left.
Don't you wish your scraps turned into this? I mean, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's like, these were just leftovers, so I used them and made this. I was like, okay.
Will you be doing the Kimberbell Celebration Main Street summer bench pillow or the red, white, and bloom quilt in kits, classes, or virtual classes?
Really good question. We didn't really plan to talk about it yet, but
it's coming.
We've talked about it, and we have some ideas. We are actually ahead of the game this time around. The fabric has all been ordered, And
I feel like I should show the spreadsheet.
right. Sarah spent 4 days. No, I'm just kidding. Not 4 days, 4 hours maybe.
Yeah.
But building a spreadsheet so that we make sure everything gets cut properly and that we have all of the fabrics when we need them. And I believe what we talked about, and I'm hopefully not sticking my foot in my mouth on this one, that if you pre-register, you will get the class
Yes.
included in
Yes.
your. So we will be talking about how to build blocks, how to combine blocks, the pillow and the quilt itself.
And so we're not quite as sophisticated. I know some of you have seen my girlfriend's quilt shop, right? They've got it together.
But we're more fun, right? That's what we
wanna
have
be
going
when we
on
grow
is
up.
we're fun.
So we're not quite as sophisticated as to have a place where you can view these videos later. So our solution to that is we will pre-record the steps, and then you will be able to put that video on a USB stick for you. And then we will have a Zoom class
to work together and
we
walk
can work
through those
together.
things, and then we can do the whole question and answer thing and help you guys out with.
Yes.
You know, there's lots of stabilizer choices. You know, are we pre-quilting? Are we not pre-quilting? You know, Kimberbell has all of these really cool background quilting that literally they design for their projects. So I am 100% sure there will be something. We also kind of talked about maybe putting our hand in the ring for that.
So
but
pre-quilting.
so maybe some
yes.
really cool things
So
that might also
Marilyn-
be there.
Yes.
So
we have some special things signed up, and I promise it'll be worth the wait to hang out and wait for us.
fortunately, we have like 3 months to figure it out.
Yes. So we will
So-
have like a pre-registration. It'll be $10 or $20 to register to put your name in the hat, so that you want all of that stuff, and then we will make sure that you actually get one. Some of you want to live by the seat of your pants, and you can just sign up.
Hang out when
And
it comes
when
out.
they come
then,
in, and that's okay too.
then put your name in the hat.
But
so
yes, we have
we've got lots of
big
stuff.
big
This
ideas.
doesn't mean we're crazy. This means we're thinking
Kind
about
of.
lots of things.
It means both.
Okay, so it does. And no, I actually didn't go trick or treating, Holly. My daughter did. I did pick her up.
Yeah. Did she get any good candy?
Yeah, actually, she got a pretty good haul. They
Yeah.
didn't really do a whole lot. She went to her boyfriend's house and they had dinner, and then they went out trick or treating. And I picked her up at 10, and then I drove to my parents' house because she wanted to show grandma her costume. So
How fun.
we drove over there. It was on the way home, so it's convenient because I wouldn't go out of my way, right?
Oh, that was
No,
happy.
I actually would have gone out of my way, but it was that grandma's house was on the way home, so we
Mhm.
stopped there and she trick or treated at grandma's, and then we went home. I don't know, by 11, I think. So but that wasn't the whole weekend. What
No.
I really don't know what I did. I'm literally drawing a blank, which is so scary. So I had my birthday, and now I don't remember anything.
When you're older, I've lost it all.
Oh, I've lost it all, evidently. So
Yeah.
maybe I should start writing things down
In your planner.
in my planner. Wow. I made Rice Krispie treats. Speaking of foods, she wanted to take something to her boyfriend's house, so we made Rice Krispie treats. She gets in the car, she's like, "Chris really liked your Rice Krispie treats." Not that they're really hard or anything, but
I made stuffed cabbage.
I made stuffed peppers.
That's fun. I haven't made a stuffed cabbage in a long time.
It sounds disgusting.
It's really good. We usually there's stuffed cabbage that you can buy at Gordon Food Service. Just so you know,
Thanks,
I
Jen.
spent all weekend doing it. Right, the Gordon Food Service tasted exactly the same. If there wasn't, I'll just buy it frozen from now on. But I did enjoy the kitchen.
It's just ringing,
I know.
ringing. They really miss Hayden, just like us.
Mm-hmm.
So, fabrics that we have,
Do you
We-
want me to show fabrics?
and
while
I'll go
you
get set up.
Set up.
Ah,
Yeah.
that sounds lovely.
Okay.
So we've got a couple fabrics here. A few of you guys asked us for yardage of the others.
Yeah.
Was there something?
I
you're
was
looking
going to
for?
show these two, and I thought I had them out, but then we had somebody and I put them away. So
So we got our cutting table all set out for what we were going to talk about and all of this wonderful stuff. And then we had customers come in, which God bless you all for coming in.
yes,
Can you cut this for me?
yes,
Yep,
course.
hang on. And we had to clear out some space.
yes.
So
And I didn't put it back. So
so also Sharon, we actually have some sales that are coming up. We will talk about before we
skedaddle. Yes.
today. So give us a little bit and we'll answer that question. So I'm going to disappear. And
Okay.
the head fabric fondler here is going to
Yes.
show you some really cool things for Thanksgiving coming up. And I will hopefully get that working in the other
And
room.
I think I can see the little picture down at the bottom. So if you like wave to the camera, I should see that.
Give
and
you a
then,
good thumbs up.
Yep, and then I'll
oh,
bring
I
you
guess I
up.
should take this too, right?
Yes. You got your glasses?
I got glasses.
All
Just
right.
in case.
Okay. So I'm going to talk about, everybody said that they wanted to see us. They wanted us to show some fabric. So it's fall, y'all. And I'm going to show you some really cute fall fabrics. So we have 4 fabrics because I was also told that it would be nice if I showed a complementary fabric. So you can teach an old dog new trick. So I have this adorable pumpkin, right? So we have pumpkins. And then we have words, because you may have noticed by the stuff that I sew, Lisa and I are partially obsessed with fabric that has writing and words on it. So this one has all kinds of fall sayings on it. And then we have these 2 very, very cute fabrics. So we have this one. It's kind of hard to see on that screen. It's a really cute diagonal plaid. And this one. This one has black and orange and cream, and the other one is black and gray. All right. Roseanne wants 2 yards of the words. We are good. I may try to come out Friday. Holly, just to let you know, last week when we did this, the fabric was gone by the end of the day on Friday. So if you want some ahead of time, you might want to send us an email and we'll let you know if you have any left. Like Lisa is starting to get.
So I can't hear you if you turn it over to me. I have no.
How's it going over there? I did. Are you ready? Okay. All right. I am going to switch over the camera so that you guys can see Lisa. And here we
All right.
go.
So can you hear me, Sarah?
I can hear you.
Okay. So I am currently sitting in front of the Altair, which is the Babylock's sewing and embroidery combo that goes up to a 9.5 by 14 inch embroidery field. These same techniques will be the same no matter what your machine is. And I apologize for the little bit of glare that's in there. We had it where there was no glare, but there was so much echo you couldn't understand anyways. So when you choose a design, of course, we're going to go into the embroidery field, and I have something selected on my USB. So there's random things you have, of course, your folders and your miscellaneous designs. I am going to bring in the front of this. So this is going to be an 8.5 by 11 size, a composition book notebook cover. And it's got this really cute design, but maybe I don't want that design. So I still need to bring it in because I need the placement stitches for the actual fabric of that as we go. So when I bring that in, I've got that whole list of design color stops over here. And some of those I'm not going to actually use. So what I need to do at this point before I start embroidering is pull in what I actually want to stitch on there. So I can hit add, it brings me back to my main screen. If I have it on the USB, I'm going to go ahead and select USB, or of course I can choose any of the built-ins in the machine as well. So on my USB, I pulled in some random things. I actually did make a notebook cover that has the Harry Potter HP and the platform 9 3/4. I did the HP on the front, which basically would replace the pineapple here, and I did the 9 3/4 on the back so that both sides were decorated. And then I also put, it was for a high schooler, her name on the front underneath the HP. So I added quite a bit into the pattern. So I'm going to select, and there we can see this is the design that I selected. When I hit set, it's going to show right on top of the design that is already there. And that's okay. It does make it a little bit harder to see, but what we're looking for is placement of that HP, which you can, of course, choose whatever design you would like. I can use my moving arrows to move that up. If I want to make sure that I'm staying centered, I can, of course, move the design with my hand, but to make sure I'm in the middle, I want to keep that centered and then use the arrow to just shift myself up. and that make sure that I'm always going to be in the middle, if of course that is the game plan. I could choose then to add in a name by hitting add, and I could put that wherever I would like. So on the one that I did, I wrote, her name happened to be Sophie, and I put it right in the bottom corner of that. Now it looks like I have a big mess on the screen, but it's actually pretty simple for what we want. We're going to hit embroidery, which is going to take us to the screen that basically we're all ready to stitch. So this stitch here is just the placement line for where I put my fabric in this. So I would have my no-show mesh or cutaway, whichever you prefer, like a medium cutaway, in my hoop, and it's going to stitch this line here. In my needle plus and minus, which we all have, it's going to allow me to jump around and skip colors. So I'm going to actually stitch color number 1 and color number 2. And what that one does is it tacks down that top fabric that I'm actually wanting to stitch, whatever design that it is that I've got. On the machine that I'm sitting in front of, I have arrows that tell me to move down my thread list or up my thread list. So if you have a Dream Machine or a Destiny, or if you have the Altair, the Meridian, or the XJ1 or XE1, or of course Luminaire or Solaris, you're going to have those arrows. And again, the arrow pointing down is going to move down my thread list, and the arrow pointing up is going to move up my thread list. So for my instance here, I'm going to move down. If you don't have one of those machines that I just mentioned, you're going to have a literal, looks like a spool with a plus sign and a spool with a minus sign. You're going to hit that plus until you get to where you want to go. So again, I am actively stitching color number 1 and color number 2. When I see this here, this is the first step of the design that I don't want to stitch. So basically what I've got at this point is I have tacked down my fabric, and now I need to put the design that I want on there. So I'm going to skip past all of that pineapple and the words that are on there, and I'm not going to stitch that. But at this point, I need to stitch the HP, otherwise it will be in the wrong order. All right, so I'm going to start moving. Before I move, I need to know where I left off at, and I need to know where I'm going. All right, so I didn't do this look earlier, but there are 16, I believe, colors in this first design, color stops, and I'm going to go down until the end of that, which should then be my HP. So I'm going to keep moving down, and you can see things are changing here and changing here, and I'm going to scroll until I get to the HP design, which I believe should be step 17. Got to wait for the machine to catch up to me. And there's the tack down to finish it. And then here's my HP. So again, here's step number 17. And it's 17 because the original design that I loaded in had 16 color stops. So when I go backwards, I need to go to the end of the pineapple design and finish the project out. So here I've skipped forward to where I've added that design in, and I'm going to stitch all of these colors. So I'm going to stitch the outline. I'm going to stitch the little bits of the snitch that's in there. There's the wings. Here's the accents on the wings. And I am back to the beginning of my pattern. What I need to do at this point is find the stitch that is going to add in the pockets in this case, or and then the backing, the back cover itself. So I need to go through and go to where the pineapple is done. So again, I'm just going to keep going down my thread list. We need like Jeopardy music or something here. So here's all the fonts, which are going to be at the bottom portion of that. And now we see just these tiny little lines. That is actually a placement line for where we're going to put the pocket. So in this case, in this pattern, to add a design, we build it and we get the fabric actually on the hoop and tacked down. Then we skip forward in those thread colors until we get all the way down to the end of the pattern. So again, in this instance, 16 was the original. And we're going to go to 17 to stitch the one I added. We stitch all of the decorative pieces that we want, and then we go back to the beginning and scroll forward until you finish skipping all of those colors in the original design decor. So I'm going to do these guys here. That's where I lined up my pocket. This is going to tack my pocket down. This is going to be a placement line, and then tack that down, and then I have the backing that I'm going to add in. So this would be the finishing of the whole pattern by attaching the back. So in this particular one, the back is actually stitched in a separate hooping. I hope that helps you guys be able to personalize some gifts this Christmas. You can pick any design. It doesn't have to be a Kimberbell one. It could be from an Anita Good design. Anything that you have the base to build an in the hoop project. Doesn't have to be in the hoop, but those are the most common ones that we do this for. And then we add in something that's basically on top of what's in there, but we're only stitching what we added, not what we didn't want. Hope that helps. And Sarah, you can switch back and I will come and join you in just a second.
All right. Great job. Everybody feel like they learned a lot there. It's so fun to be able to customize your embroidery designs just a little bit so that you can take something that someone else has already created and then turn it into your own masterpiece. That was really great. We love to be able to do that. I take detailed notes so that I can keep track, especially when we're doing something like that at here
In a class.
we
Yes.
start and stop so many times that
you make examples.
like yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't even get
We can't seem to get a simple thing done without
No,
having some
we
error.
can't.
So we make the mistakes so you guys don't have to. That's
Right.
that's what I always say. That was a planned thing,
Yeah.
so we can show you what not to do.
Did you show the big version of that?
I don't think of that I
don't
did.
think so. This
So the Cozy Kits pattern that is in the embroidery, the embroidery club itself is going to be just the little guide that we're doing, and you're going to get everything to create that. If you would like the rest of the pattern, it's $24 for Cozy Kits too. It's called Lots of Dots. And they also have this really cute cell phone bag that has basically the same techniques. There's just a couple additional steps to create that. It's not a one piece of backing fabric. It's actually uses two. So there's just a couple more tack down steps in there, but still very, very easy to use and so cute. So, you know, we were joking earlier that we're not really sure, mine's still connected, I'm going to borrow yours, that our phones will all fit in there now, but they are still super cute. You know, throw your license and random things in there and add a shoulder strap and you've got a great little guy that's,
or a little strap for your
you could add
pants.
it to your belt or something. Yeah, absolutely.
A little strap there.
I mean, I suppose technically you could make these loops big enough. Just add extra long loops to just shoot right under your belt.
Yeah.
Should totally do that here. We could have our business card and a pen and we could look so cool.
Right? We'd have to make it a little longer to hold the phone from work.
Hold the phone!
Hold the phone so it wouldn't have to be in the drawer.
That's the funny part is then we're like, where did I put my phone?
Yeah.
We wander around the store. Where is
Can you
that?
change me?
All right. I thought maybe I picked something up. There's a little dot there, but it was in an interesting place, but it's gone now.
Oh, it's probably this.
That's the
It
one.
is the mount.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
they
was
can't
right
see it. I don't
there.
think. Right.
Really inappropriately placed. So I was like, let's move that out of the way.
Sorry.
It's the little things in life, right?
It is.
So
it is.
I hope you guys enjoyed that little demo. I do that all the time. I am constantly adjusting things. I add names a lot. So I made those large notebook covers for Caitlin's teachers before, and I put the teacher's name on the back. And Caitlin's in such a wonderful classroom that she a lot of times has two teachers or she has an aide or something like that. So I generally will make more than one. So their names let them know whose is whose and all that good jazz. And the great thing about those notebook covers is that it's replaceable. So you can, you know, pick up a composition book for 99 cents most of the time. Sometimes it's slightly over, but they're never very expensive and they make such wonderful gifts. I really like the small ones, which I know I've said before. They are made in a 5x7 hoop in one hooping and they're so fast. I like those.
I was trying to get the boys to come out and help Kathy.
Oh, yeah. They're very perceptive today.
Yes.
We could page them.
Right? We should. I
Totally
texted
page
them that they're apparently not.
Wrong door. See, I told you I didn't know where to
There's
find it.
Thanks,
Oh.
Tony.
Thank you. So what else we got here?
Yeah, so
Not a whole lot.
Foot Fetish, Embroidery Club coming soon. We sent out the email. We have plenty of spaces.
Yep. We're not
but
really limiting until it gets like into a crazy number where we wouldn't be able to see anybody on screen.
Right.
But
kits won't be available until Tuesday. If by some miracle
if
happens,
I'll shoot out an email that says, okay, you can come get them.
yeah.
But right now, we're waiting on 2 different deliveries. So
And the wish list pattern or the wish
should already
list
be out.
should
You
be
should have
out.
that in your box.
I was not able to post it to Facebook.
Okay.
It just will not cooperate. So it's
Maybe
not
I can
there.
go back and post the email and see if that
We
works
can
then.
do that, so then
So
we can get
it is
from there.
also on our website. So if you go to our homepage on our website and scroll down, there's, I don't know what, there's like a scrolling bar that changes. It's right underneath that. So you can find that and it's linked there. That one is just the Word because I did that earlier. So that one is just the Word document format.
Okay.
But would you stop moving that? Because I'm getting, now I have
I'm
a
sorry.
big zip.
Oh yeah, now it's right. Sorry.
You guys probably can't see that.
Yeah.
Maybe you can. Who
I
knows?
think so.
Who knows? You know, they tell me during like Zoom classes they can see my mouse moving.
But you're sharing the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not sharing the screen.
Yeah. Well, you never know. Hopefully not, because it was really weird looking. So she's just trying to make me look funny.
No, I would never do that because you would pay me back.
Tenfold.
Yeah.
We're that kind of friend.
We want to remind everyone that it is technically show season, even though there are no
There's
shows.
nothing that's open. I do
Which
have an alfalfa sprout back there.
I'm
Look at
kind
that.
of sad about. They're fun to do.
They are, but you know, they're kind of exhausting.
They're exhausting. They're exhausting.
So
but
due
fun.
to our lovely friend, Mr. COVID, Mrs. COVID,
Mr. I don't know,
I'm going to go Mr.
Mr.
Yeah, he's a pain in the butt. So
Yes.
going with Mr. There
There
will
will
be
not
no Novi Expo
be a
show
sewing
this
expo
year.
this
There is
year.
no sewing expo. So we will be doing some specials here at the store to balance that out. So we're going to have some really cool stuff. Talked about it in the meeting this morning. So once we get all of our ducks in a row, we will shoot out an email that advertises what we're going to do for you. As always, we are the brother dealer at the shows. But of course, when we're here, we're not just a brother dealer. So we can certainly help you out with lots of those things. And of course, we would always appreciate you guys shopping with us. So if there is a package or something that you guys were looking at that you happened to go into another store, shame, but I'm just kidding. If there's something,
Make sure you
certainly,
bring us something good from there.
right? Some fabric we don't have or something. We like
Yeah.
fat quarters too. No, but you know, please give us a call because you know we generally can do the same, if not even a better number, and then we of course would be able to teach you
Right.
and offer all of that wonderful service that we
Yes.
provide here. So
Because the sad thing about it is that we get paid to teach you these sewing machines, and we get paid out of that by the money that you purchase the machines from.
Right.
And so when you purchase your machine from another place, you are purchasing them as your dealer.
Right.
So they are the ones that do the sales.
and you know you want this fun, right?
And the
come
service.
on.
I mean, the comedy act, right? We are this funny in
Worth
person.
so much.
And it does the whole. This is what it's like around here.
It is comedy hour all the time.
It is.
We were laughing so hard this morning it hurt. I was
Yes.
literally like, please stop, it hurts. I don't want to laugh anymore. It's yeah, so it's
So,
never dull
yeah,
around here. It's fun, and we hope you guys enjoy the time that you guys spend here as much as we do. So
Yes. So give us the opportunity if you are looking for
Please.
something. You know, we are happy to do something that works out great for you. I know we have said this a lot in the last month or so, but Brother and Babylock have been very good to us with offering financing specials to you guys.
yeah,
So
there's
there
been
are
lots
some
of things. There's
Yeah,
more
there's
coming.
some really 60-month financing specials. Another one that starts on Friday, the 6th.
Yep.
So that's a brother special.
And that one lasts a week.
Yeah, it's
It lasts till the 13th, I think. So it's like 1 week that there's a
Mhm.
60% issue there that we can
60
use.
month,
That's what I
not
meat.
60%
Not
off.
60%. Wow.
Jean would.
Jean
He
would
would-
have my head. I think I might get fired over that one.
I'm not. I wonder if he'd notice.
I don't know. I bet you
60
somebody.
off
I bet
sale.
somebody out there is willing to give it a try.
Fire sale.
So, right. You said something about upcoming sales. So yes, Pam, we're going to be doing something in place, quote unquote, of the Novi. That's a huge thing for us every year. So it's certainly something that we can't afford to not offer something for
Right.
you. It'll just be here instead of out in Novi. So for some of you, that's a shorter drive, and some of you, unfortunately, it's not. But
Right.
we, of course, we've got a lot of things that we are tossing around, trying to figure out exactly what we can do. And of course, we'd love to give you everything, but we still have to have a job the next day. So we're trying to find that balance and see how great it can be for you guys. So we've got lots of things in the works, and we will shoot out an email with the dates of when that will be available.
Mhm.
We're looking at probably like the November 14th week. So a couple of
Yep.
weeks
And
will
we'll
be
probably
sale week.
have more to say about it next week.
We can give you some more details in another
as
week.
it gets a little bit
So.
closer. But yeah, there's some fun stuff coming up. It's different. So if you've already bought from us, don't feel like you're not getting something great. You had a great deal. This is a different deal.
Yep.
They just the
There's
deals
always
just keep
something
changing.
different, yes,
Yeah.
and they never tell us. So people, you guys always ask, well, what's coming down the pipeline? We have no idea.
It's a
They
surprise.
they really don't release that kind of information. So we always try to give you the best dollar price we can every day, so that way it doesn't come back to bite us later,
right.
because no one wants to get bit, right?
No, we
So,
do not. Holly asks, watched an OESD event on another site. Do you offer their discount code? So
Unfortunately, no.
No.
Those are specific to the dealer. So when you go to our site, you can't use that coupon code on our OESD link.
Unless it's an OESD coupon code.
Right. If it's a
so-
link from an event, that wouldn't work.
Right. That
but
is
if it's
exclusive to that event. Oh, my right
Hubby's
is
here.
here.
I keep waiting for one of those really cute little things to pop up there that
Yeah, his little gifts.
has little gifts. They're
Yeah.
so entertaining. So I'm feeling left out, Dave. You gotta,
I'll have to tell him to step
share
up his game on
step up the
Tuesdays.
game. That's right. Absolutely.
What else is under there?
I don't know.
Who me? You said something about. No, we weren't. I don't know what.
I
that
don't
was
know,
about,
but I
Holly.
do see. Did you answer the cost for the embroidery club?
Oh, I did not.
Okay, so it looks like Sharon is wondering about embroidery club. So it's using the word club actually just tells us what price point that class is. It's not an actual club that you would join, and then you have to be part of it before you can come. Anybody can come to any of the club classes, which we have 4 of most of the time.
Mhm.
We have scan and cut, embroidery, sewing, and serger clubs. And the club part, like I said, is just a word used to denote how much that class is. So club classes, the class fee is $20, or you can use your punch card. A punch card is basically prepaying for classes, and then you get a $5 discount per class. So right now we have 5 punch cards. They're $75, and then we would punch your card instead of charge you the $20. So it's a prepaid piece basically. And then the kit would be dependent upon whatever is happening in that club. So that will range literally from $5 to $30. It just totally depends on what's going on, what project is being done, and what materials you guys would need to use it. So I hope that answers your question, and give it a try. We're trying to make them fun and different, and this whole technology thing's for the birds.
Wow, it is.
just-
Yeah, this is stuff
it's-
I didn't know I needed to learn. I would have. I don't
Yeah,
know what
my
I would.
business degree does not cover this.
No, I said I should have paid more attention in production class in high school,
Evidently,
but I'm
man.
fairly confident that the technology from we were still using VCR tapes back
Right.
then, wouldn't have helped me at all.
DVD, what's that?
Right.
I can remember actually going like for the TV
Mhm.
and I was the antenna remote adjuster.
Mm.
Nope, turn it to the left. Nope, try. I specifically, there was a little dial. It sat on the floor behind our couch, and
Yep.
yeah, that was a thing. That's not a thing now. It's like the satellite. It's raining outside.
Right.
Go kick it. Nope, not going out there. It's raining outside.
Karen, we are not doing we're not doing those classes by mail right now.
So most of those designers don't allow their stuff to be sent out. So once you've purchased it, what you do with it is your business, but we are not allowed to do that.
Right.
Especially email. They don't like any digital type stuff going. And then mailing at this time, it's just that lovely mail ferry is not always really nice right now, and we can't be dependent that we're going to get it to you on time. So at this time, we're not
Right.
mailing kits either.
Which is why we are also trying to do, so I'm doing the foot fetish class. There is no charge for that class, so you can just register. So we're trying to make it so that you can participate whether or not you can get here or not.
Right.
I know it's not the same as having all of the different types of classes, but we are trying to
Fill
give
that
a-
void
yeah,
and
give
have
a little bit
couple different options and the
for
ways.
everyone.
Yep.
This month we did add the foot fetish links onto the website. There is a
So
link
to register.
class calendar. Just select the day, and it will bring up the Zoom registration link, and you can link it that way. So, and it doesn't matter. I'm not really. I'm asking you to register so that you have a record that you were there, and a reminder that it's coming up. And then I don't have to keep track of it here. But if you have to register more than once because you can't find the link, honestly, it's okay.
It's okay.
So don't feel bad. Do it. If you want to register for both classes, it's okay. So it's much more laid back, and it really is okay.
Yep.
If you need to, or if you forget, or you want to wait, that's okay. But
Yep.
that class, it is via Zoom, and I am pre-recording the videos so that we don't have any
Technical glitches at the time.
so that we can actually get through what it is. So we watch the video and then we kind of discuss it. And I think it worked out well this past month.
I think so too. So I'm doing it slightly different because we're doing
different.
different things.
Yes.
So I am sending out the link only to the people who have registered and paid for Embroidery Club or Scan and Cut Club. So those are going out generally the night before your class. If that day was particularly hairy, it would be first thing in the morning, the day of your class. But my plan is to do it the night before. I had probably 10 people between the last 2 months sign up the day of.
Mhm.
So we just forwarded the links to you, no big deal. So if that's what works for you, by all means, if you can't plan that far ahead, and you need to wait till the last minute, we are absolutely accommodating. As long as you can get your kit and get home in time, you're good to go.
And
So
November is kind of a funny month for us at work here. So we are actually doing our classes on the same day. I'm doing a 9:30 in the morning, and Lisa's doing her classes
At
at
close.
5 or 3.
Yep.
So at close. So yes, there are 2 classes, different classes in the same day, but they are 2 classes at your own home. So you can leave and do all of your chores and come back and join us again.
So, there was a question about doing Zoom classes. We do have other things that we are planning to do via Zoom. But the logistics of making those things work is what we're really still figuring out. So, when it's an in-house class and you guys are here, it's really easy to say, okay, do this, and everybody can do it. We can't see that in general very easy. And, if your machine is acting up in embroidery, I can't fix that through Zoom because I can't see what's going on. So there's, it's different. So I've got an embroidered wallet class that has been lingering. It was scheduled before all of this happened. I am still planning to do that. I'm trying to figure out how to make that work. So, we're still figuring those little details out for the bigger classes, if you will. Sarah's got a jelly roll class that she was planning before this whole mess started. So again,
Yep.
The steps to making that happen, and make sure that you guys are getting out of the class what you need to. And that's really where we're at. We don't want to do a class that you guys are frustrated at home and don't end up learning because you're having some other issue. And that's what we're trying to kind of juggle.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just trying to make sure that every class is as good as that should be before we post it. So bear with us, and we are working on those things.
We are definitely.
So
we realize that not everybody. So even though we give you the option to record, not everybody is really able to do that, and we don't have the ability to host the videos in a place that
They're too
is
big.
like secure, so that if you paid for a class, we don't want that to be we don't want that to
we
be
don't want
on
it to just be
YouTube.
out there where anybody can watch it, because you guys paid for that information. It's not fair that Joe Blow can just log into YouTube and say, hey, look at this.
Right.
I'm gonna learn how to do that. So yes, they wouldn't have the kit, But a lot of what we do really isn't based on the kit so much as whatever the technique is that we're teaching.
Right.
So, for instance, this little guy, we've not done that technique before. So that's where it is. It's not necessarily about making a zippered pouch. It's how do you insert a zipper and how do you make a mesh front and the technique base, which
Don't use Polypro.
so like I said, I make the mistakes so you guys don't have to. And I went to our stock of stabilizers and I'm flipping through all of them and I'm like, oh, here's dots, which the dots generally mean it's water soluble. And I grabbed it. And of course, I'm doing how many other things, God only knows, while I'm doing it. And I got it all done. I cut it out, take it to the sink and I'm rinsing it and I'm rinsing it. And I'm like, nothing's going away. I've never done that before. And everybody that walked in the store that day heard about it for the next 3 hours. I was so ticked off at myself. I was like, I can't believe I did that.
I'm kind of surprised. No, I'm jealous that it just happened to you. I
It's
have done
literally
it more
the first
than
time
once,
I've ever done that.
and
And
it was at work too that I did it.
Yeah?
You just,
I was so mad.
yeah.
You can ask anybody. Gail Grady was in here and she's like, yeah, there she goes again. I was just like, I can't believe it. I was so frustrated. I couldn't let it go.
No.
Obviously, I still can't. So
And-
I threw it in the trash.
And this
because-
one will know
And this one, I'm not sure who did it. It wasn't me.
tape.
But I don't know if you guys can see that
it
white
looks like an
line right there.
embellishment
It
in
kind of looks embellished, which we're going to go with that.
Mhm.
But it's leftover Kimberbell tape
Tape
that's
that didn't
in the
wash
wrong
out.
spot that doesn't wash out.
No.
And there's a lot of stitches over that. That's not going to get torn out either. So I would just like to say that this one
It's
is
perfect. Yeah.
I have another one. Where's the other color? I don't know what happened to it. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, there it is. So in the picture of the email, this is the other color. So you can see just by changing fabrics and embellishments how different they look. Yes, that's the exact same pattern, but you can really personalize. So, we both kind of like purple, just a little bit. She's got purple sparkle glasses. The bats are gone. She's no longer batty.
No.
Now she's sparkly.
So much glitter.
I love glitter. I really do.
Glitter.
No, you really can't. It's so much fun when men cut glitter fabric and then
Right.
they're faired up.
That's kind of like my favorite thing on when people talk about like COVID. Did you see the glitter reference? They're like, okay, so 10 friends are in a room and one of you has a project with glitter. How many of you go home with glitter?
All of you. It's great stuff. One thing I don't miss cutting, I do miss having it here in the store because it's really awesome, is the Shannon fabric. Shannon fabric is just that light, really awesome cuddle, but it doesn't have the stretch that Minky does. So if you are sending things to the quilter, they'll actually quilt it if it's Shannon. If it's Minky, they probably will send it back to you and say, yeah,
Or call you bad words.
or call you bad words and then call you and send it back to you.
Yeah.
So, but the Shannon it's just so beautiful. One of these days we'll have to get more back in here, but we'll have to hire someone else to clean up the mess and cut it.
I have I'm a big Dr. Seuss fan. I don't know if you ever knew that, but Green Eggs and Ham.
Green Eggs
was
and Ham.
My favorite.
Sam,
book
I am.
jam. Yeah. So I made a Dr. Seuss
I do
book
not like green eggs
for
and ham.
my bed, and then Dave liked it so much. He's like, you should make another one, but he wants Minky on the back. So I have like 20 yards of Cat in the Hat Minky.
Do you know?
Yeah, it's Shannon Cuddle.
Yep.
But I haven't made the quilt yet, so this fabric just keeps getting, and it's heavy.
Just gets moved. Oh, it's
right?
so
and
heavy.
every time I move it from one place to the other, I'm covered in just
Fuzz.
blue Cat in the Hat
Lots
fuzz.
of blue fuzz. Yes.
Yes, he was reminding me
It
this
is.
weekend that
It
I
is
still
such
haven't.
nice stuff. I
that.
I bought a bolt of like an aqua color because
Mhm.
there's so many different things you can throw that on. Girl stuff, boy stuff. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It works really well. And I bought the whole bolt. And I still have some left, but you move it and you're not lying. There's like a trail of fuzz. We used to cut it and I would literally sneeze for like hours because it would I would inhale it. And maybe I wouldn't now with the mask on.
Maybe.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey,
We'll
we
have
could
to
go
have-
there.
and then we'll
We
have to
could
keep the mask for later when we're cutting it.
have a little hook.
Yeah.
Just put this on before cutting. Have it like
Mickey
stapled
mask.
to the bolt or something. Wear this while cutting.
Yeah.
But it is such wonderful stuff. I do miss that. So one of these days we'll venture out into that one again. I'm not sure that it's going to be anytime soon though.
No,
It's so messy.
it is. You need a new person so that we can break them in.
We
with,
can be like, here, cut this.
when you've got this down pat, you can move on to your next project.
Mm-hmm. We do need a new person. You're not wrong there. Do you have any other new things to talk about?
I don't think I have anything else to talk about. I'm all talked out.
That's really funny. So did you guys like the fabrics that she showed you? They're so much fun.
Roseanne wants 2 yards of words.
We like words. You might notice that the increase in the word fabric since we've been purchasing it.
Dee says a new victim. I think
right.
she was implying our employee
That's
would be
the
a new
employee
victim.
would be the new victim.
Yeah. If
Poor
anybody
Hayden,
has
he's
any
just-
recommendations for new victims, we're taking.
We're taking recommendations. Absolutely.
Yes, they must be able to put up with us though.
Yeah, that's a pretty big must
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
you just never
They
know.
have to speak SNL.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, I think that's about it, right? Can you think of anything
I know
else?
we're so funny. We're like,
I know we're like
can't
trying to
see
get out
it.
the bar someday. We're gonna be grown ups and have.
You know, I don't think of myself as this much
Dan.
taller than you until this. Every Tuesday.
you wear. Boots.
I know. I wear
so if
boots.
I were wearing boots, we would be a little. See, it would be closer,
Well, you should stand like that the whole time we do this.
right? Except for I think I would get tired.
I think you might get
I'm
some calf
already
muscles by doing that.
Squirmy,
She's squirmy, guys. Okay.
like a little kid. I can't stand still.
So that is actually very accurate.
It is.
It is very accurate. All right. So enough yammering.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else for you guys.
Mm-mm.
So I hope you enjoyed the little impromptu lesson. We will try to be a little better prepared. We'll come up with something else to throw on there
Next week.
next week.
Yep.
I don't know what. So again, if there's something, hey, could you show us this? Shoot me an email.
Yep.
And we'll gladly consider whatever is going on there.
All right.
So you guys have a great week.
See you
We will
later,
see
guys.
you next time.
Next week.
And
All right. Bye.
bye.